Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gloria speaking, and today I'm going to be telling you how to aggressively, violently, disgustingly, desperately, obsessively love yourself. How to fall in love with yourself. Because if you're not loving yourself, then who else are you leaving yourself for to love? I feel like that should be the very first commandment in the Bible or commandment of life. Like, love yourself first. Love yourself. Fall in love with yourself first. A lot of people struggle with this, and that is why I'm here making this video right here. Because if you're not loving yourself, then who are you leaving yourself for to love? You have to love yourself violently, disgustingly, like dangerously, desperately. Like your life depends on it. Because your life absolutely depends on it. The first thing that you have to do is stop comparing yourself with other people. Did you hear me? Those people at the back, should I scream it loud for you to hear? Like, stop comparing yourself with other people. Like, okay, ask yourself this question: when you compare yourself with other people, how does it make you feel? It makes you feel bad, right? It makes you feel terrible. Like, it steals your joy away from you. It always makes you feel sad. It always makes you feel like you're not enough. It always makes you feel like, oh, you don't measure up. It always makes you feel like, oh, something is missing. Always makes you feel like you need, to be like somebody else. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You are meant to be on this planet for a reason. I mean, you're here for a reason. God does not make any mistakes. Okay? The word is so funny. You're comparing yourself with somebody, and that person is comparing themselves with you. Like, you guys are comparing yourself with each other and wanting to be like each other. Ha, Omo, they've taken my lights, but I'm still going to continue filming this video. I'm not going to stop because you must learn how to love yourself today. So, where did we stop? Stop comparing yourself to other people. Like, it steals your joy away from you. The second thing is, stop worrying about other people's opinion about you. Stop worrying about other people's opinion about you. People are always going to say what they think is right to them. People are always going to criticize. They're always going to judge. They're always going to say things that they feel is right, or always going to say things that they feel they know. They're always going to put it in their own words. They're always going to define things the way they want to. So stop caring about people's opinion. Okay? You're beautiful. You're a goddess. Just take a look at you. Created in God's image and likeness. Do not bother yourself or do not worry yourself about what society thinks or what society expects of you. Okay, because the longer you keep worrying or you keep thinking about what people say, what society think, how they think all the beauty standards should be, or how you should be, like, you're always going to find yourself sad, broken, desperately feeling incomplete, trying to be like somebody else, trying to go out of your way, to do something that you're not even capable of doing in the first place. Like, just stop worrying about people's opinion. Take it from me. And the moment you stop worrying about people's opinion, trust me, nothing else is going to matter, because it's only your opinion that is going to matter. It's only your voice that you're going to hear. You just start loving yourself more when you stop worrying about other people's opinion. Because what you need to know is other people's opinion are their opinion, okay? It doesn't change anything. Other people's opinion do not change anything in your life. It's just their opinion, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So don't even try to change things, or try to force anything, or try to make them feel old. Like, don't, just let them and chill. You're a walking miracle if you do not know. Like, the moment you came onto this planet, the moment you came out of your mother's belly, the moment you cried the first cry on this planet Earth for the first time, you see that day was your coronation day. Okay, that was the day that you were crowned the king or the queen that you are. So you have to start owning up to that. Okay, being a queen is literally your birthright. Okay, so don't care about what anybody else has to say, because it's your life and it's yourself. This is a do or die affair. Because I can't imagine going through life, living life without loving the one person that I should love. Like, we're searching desperately for something in other people that's within us all along and all this time, and we do not even realize it. The love that you seek and the love that you want, okay, it's in here, okay? It's in here. All you have to do is accept it, own it, embrace it, nourish it, nurture it, and it will grow. and yield, good fruit, and but let me tell you guys, I once had this, ex-boyfriend that was constantly, body shaming me, like constantly just telling me negative stuff, like the whole of that relationship. I can't count the number of times that he told me that I was beautiful. And he always had something negative to say about me. And that made me so insecure. And it made me not love myself like I should love myself. And just imagine that you're somebody that relies on people's opinion, to feel good about yourself or to love yourself. You're constantly going to be like a dog that is hungry and waiting for the owner to drop bone or put food for them in their bowl for them to eat. Because that's exactly what it is. Like you will constantly be feeling incomplete, you will constantly feel not capable, you constantly feel handicapped. Yeah, being thirsty and wanting somebody's opinion constantly, like it will constantly drain you, drain your energy, take your power away from you. So when you just stop caring about people's opinion, like you just start to love yourself more, start trusting in yourself more, start believing in yourself. And trust me, everything is going to align, okay, whether I like it or not. Get how you want it be. Waiting for people's opinion to validate, yourself and love yourself will only slow you down, and it will only, waste your time, and it will only, prevent your best self, from showing up on time. Another thing is allow yourself to make mistakes, okay? Mr. Perfect, Mrs. Perfect, you can never ever be perfect. Nobody is perfect. I mean, what is even perfect? Like, define perfect. What is perfect? Is there any such thing as being perfect? There is no such thing as being perfect. So the more you are, beating yourself up over a mistake that you made, like have compassion for yourself. The same way you have, compassion, and you have, you feel empathy towards other people, like the same vein, that is how you should feel about yourself too. Like when you make mistakes, yes, you make mistake, in order to make a difference, like own up, be accountable, and try to make a change instead of feeling down, just beating yourself up, having this victim mentality, thinking, oh, your life is over, thinking, oh, this is the end of you. Like, no, nobody is perfect. What you should do is make mistakes, learn, and grow from those mistakes. Okay, calm down, sweetheart, because you cannot go back in time. You're not flash, okay? You cannot go back in time and change those mistakes that you have made, and you can also not go into the future. All you have right now is just the present, okay? So make do with the present, embrace the past the way it is, and try to make the change that you can presently. Another point is you have to always, always, always remember that your value do not always lie in how you look, okay? But this doesn't mean you shouldn't look, good or put together, but your value do not lie in how you look. This is a fundamental thing, and there are so many things that distract us, from this truth, to realize that you are valuable because you are you. Okay, not because of how you look, not because of how your body look, not because of how your body type is, like simply because you are you, and simply because you exist. Okay, that makes you valuable. You're valuable, you're a treasure, so you should love yourself simply because you exist. So please, by all means, okay, wear what makes you feel good, go to where you want to go to, do what makes you feel happy, do what makes you feel confident, and do not constantly feel like you should have a certain body type, or you should feel a certain way about your body. You fall in love with yourself. Same for the mere fact that you are you and you exist, you should love yourself, like desperately, aggressively, violently, like I said, obsessively. Be obsessed with yourself, and never ever ever give up on yourself. Like always try, to make change, always try to upgrade, always try to, level up. Like don't stay stagnant, always invest in yourself. I keep using relationship as an example because I know that when people are in love with other people, like the way they treat them with, delicacy and softness, like you see that the way you treat somebody you're in love with, the way you value them, they're so precious and so special to you, the way you treat them, that's exactly how you should treat yourself. Okay, that's exactly how you should feel about yourself, because you deserve it. Because if not you, then who else? You're giving all that love to somebody else, but you're depriving yourself of that love. It doesn't make sense. It's a crime. I feel like it should even be a crime not to love yourself. Like you should be locked up. If you do not love yourself, you should be locked up in jail for eternity. Since you don't love yourself, right? So let them just let them just lock you up. Another thing is processing your fears. As human beings, like we all have fears. We all have that thing that makes us, oh, like scared. Oh my god, like this. We all have fears. Now, it's a natural phenomenon. Like it's normal to have fears in life as a human being. Let's say something traumatizing and something, very terrible happened to you in the past. Like I said earlier, like do not try to, suppress that thing. Like just embrace it and find a way to move on from there. You have to embrace your fears and understand your fears. Why are you scared of this thing? Okay, me for example, like I used to be so scared of the dark. Before I don't used to sleep in the dark, like I'll always on the light and sleep. And whenever there was no light, like I just felt helpless and I felt so scared, like a monster was coming to swallow me that night or something. But when I started to ask myself, like, what exactly are you even scared of? Why are you so scared of the dark? Why do you think, why you imagine things in your head thinking, oh, there's something lurking around in the darkness? And then I just ask myself another question again, like if there is actually something in the dark that wants to eat you up, because that is what you always think. Only the light is not going to stop that thing from eating you up, because you're going to sleep and you're going to be unaware and unconscious. So if something wants to eat you up, it's still going to come and eat you up. For the fact that you're leaving the light on is only, making you scared. Like just embrace it. Ask yourself these questions. I know I'm going contrary to what I'm talking about, loving yourself. When it comes to, being, scared of something, say you have acne and you have terrible acne, because I'm somebody that, I've always had acne and I still have acne, and you're just so scared to mingle with people in public because you feel like, oh, you have acne and you feel like people are not going to see your worth, people are not going to appreciate you. This is why you need to stop caring about people's opinion, like I said in the first place. Like, what exactly are your fears? You need to know what your fears are and you need to embrace it. Having acne is not a dead sentence. Acne is not even a contagious disease. I don't know why you get to, isolate yourself every single time simply because you have acne. Like, whatever the problem is, like just learn how to embrace it. This is a healthy exercise that can really help you, with your mental health and change your mindset, about yourself overall. You have to investigate, evaluate, and interrogate your fears. Okay, know what your fears are. Then with security officials sit with criminals and they try to investigate, interrogate them, and try to, get to the root cause of the crime that was committed. That's the exact same way that you should investigate yourself and interrogate your own self. Trust me, this really helps because it makes you know what you're all about. It makes you know what you're feeling. It makes you know what you want. It makes you know why you feel this way about yourself. And it also helps you, to know how to correct that feeling or how to make yourself feel good. You might be the one, making yourself feel bad and terrible. Doing all these things, like it's just going to help you, gain clarity. It's going to help you unmask a lot of issues you did not even know that was lingering there in the first place. This is definitely going to ease your anxiety because most times we're just having anxiety over unknown fears of, unknown fears. We're just having anxiety over things that are not even real or things that will never even come to pass. So when you embrace them and interrogate them and, try to know them, like I said, it will definitely make things better for you, and you just find yourself, loving yourself more, because if not you, who else? If not you, who else? This is a question that I ask, like, if not you, then who else? And my last but not the least point on how to, start loving yourself and all would be like indulge in a lot of self-care and self-love activities. Self-care, to be specific, like take care of yourself, pamper yourself. It's just like giving birth to a child, right? Let's say you give birth to a child right now. You're going to love that child, you're going to pamper that child, you're going to, everything about that child is going to, get to you. Is going to be your concern. You're going to, be in love with that child despite whatever that child does. Like you're still going to be there because you're the parent. So make sure that you are your own parent, okay? Because now you're grown and you're no longer a child, you're an adult, you're out of your parents' house, so you don't expect them to come and be doing specific things for you. Like when you start to pamper yourself, because trust me, something that you pamper and cherish, you're always going to love that thing. Let's say you have this shoe that you love so much, like anytime you wear that shoe, when you come back, you clean that shoe properly and put it well. Like you don't want anybody to mess with that shoe because you love that shoe, right? And you pamper that shoe, you put in so much in, taking care, attention towards that shoe that you love. So that's the exact same way you should treat yourself. Like when you start loving yourself, like as a lady, like your personal hygiene, do not joke, self-care, your hair, your nails, your body, self skincare routine, like is really really in the little things. Sometimes it might be as little as reading a book, going on a walk, those little things, lighting up a candle, playing music, dancing, going out, hanging out with friends. I mean, the list of self-care, it goes on and on and on. But trust me, when you start taking care of yourself and pampering yourself, you're definitely going to start loving yourself more. I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you, but not confuse you, that if you are not in love with yourself, then you're on your way to doom. You're on your way to the pit of hell. Okay, you're on your way to the ghetto. Because if you're not in love with yourself, trust me, people are just going to toast you around. People are just going to do anything they want with you, and you're just going to let it slide. But when you're in love with yourself, like any bullshit, like when you're in love with yourself, like if you just see trash coming your way, you just push it aside immediately because you love yourself and you do not joke with yourself. So start loving yourself today. This is the 13th commandment. Okay, start loving yourself. Okay, because even the Bible says, like, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So what does that tell you? It means you have to love yourself for you to be able to even love your neighbor. So cherish and love, nurture, pamper yourself aggressively, violently, dangerously, desperately. Because you just have you. There's no duplicate of you out there. Okay, it's just you. Once you're gone, you're gone. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time on the next one. Bye.